Hey everybody, how you doing? Skippy Simon here. I've been wanting to do this for a while. This is something I call Joe Rogan is a fucking asshole. Part 1. Yeah, I had to work with Joe Rogan at the Comedy Store for many years. I don't think we ever got along. I don't think we ever did. I don't know. As Cliff Booth from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood said, he's a short man with a big mouth and a big chip. That accurately describes Rogan. And if you don't believe that Joe Rogan knows who I am, here is some proof. This is the Joe Rogan versus Carlos Mencia fight. Here, listen to him drop my name real quick.
Everyone talks shit about you. Nobody likes you. Talk shit. Everyone does. I don't have the balls to do it in front of you. Get back here. You couldn't. What? Get me. How about calm down?
Hey, did you hear that? Let's go back one more chance. Let's hear that again, huh?
You talk shit. Everyone does. I don't have the balls to do it in front of you. Get back here. You couldn't. What? Get me. How about calm down?
You hear that? That is the exact moment that I got canceled from Mind Mencia. All right? Carlos loved my comedy, and he wanted me to be a part of his TV show. So he was asking me to be a part of it. And then that little fucking twerp Joe Rogan decided to ruin it for me. So thanks a lot, Joe. You took money out of my pocket, you took food out of my mouth. So fuck you, buddy. But before I go anywhere, I just want to say, I want to thank my new sponsor, Innocent Black Men Cologne. If you want to smell like an innocent black man in America, this is the cologne for you. Go out and get you some Innocent Black Men Cologne. But let's get back to the story. So, like I said, I had the unfortunates of working with Joe Rogan for many years at the Comedy Store. He's not funny, okay? I just got a comment from a gentleman recently, and he was like, Joe Rogan's not funny. And I'm like, dude, I fucking know. Like, Joe Rogan is never going to be, he's never going to be recognized as one of the greatest stand-up comics ever. Sorry, he's not. He does bitch-ass fucking humor. He's a little, like, he does basic bitch shit. And he sucks, all right? Somebody asked me one time, do you think Joe Rogan is a good comic? And I'm like, yeah, if you like being yelled at the entire time. Because this motherfucker, all he does is yell every one of his jokes, okay? I personally think the reason why he was so angry at Carlos was because he wasn't stealing any of Rogan's jokes. And mind you, I called out Mencia for stealing jokes. He stole one of Brian Holtzman's jokes in the original room and then tried retelling it to me in the main room. And I said, hey, do me a favor, Mencia. Look me in the eyes and tell me you didn't just steal that from Brian Holtzman. Because he totally did. Totally stole a joke right in front of me and thought he could get away with it. I don't know. I mean, my jokes get stolen. Here's the thing. I'm fine with you're not stealing my jokes. You're not stealing my jokes. Jokes are meant to be told. Jokes are meant to be repeated because that's how you spread the happiness of a joke. When people steal my jokes, they're telling me something. They're saying, fuck, you're really good at writing, motherfucker. That's what I get out of it. So, like I said, Rogan's never going to be recognized as a great stand-up comic. Not like saying that I am or anything. You know, he'll be a great podcaster, you know. I mean, all he does is have his idiot talks every day. Meanwhile, you know, he's yelling at Mencia for stealing jokes, but his name of his thing is the Joe Rogan Experience, completely stolen from Jimi Hendrix. And also, you can do some research and find out he stole his whole podcast idea from Tom Green. So the guy's a hypocrite. And he also has a bunch of people on his team who steal jokes. Tony Hinchcliffe, Brendan Schaub. So, you know, it's fine if you're Mencia, you know, oh, you're the bad guy. But if you're with him, anything goes. So let me talk about how Joe Rogan beat up a woman in front of me, because he fucking did. All right, Mr. Tough Guy. He's a little short shit, okay? Just want to let you know, he suffers from Napoleonic complex. Little teeny tiny short shit with a big mouth. To me, he's like a Jack Russell Terrier. You know, just a small dog that barks a lot. Bark, 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 bark. See, I wish I were more of an egomaniac and narcissist like he is, because I'd probably be more successful. I'm just a humble individual. But I don't mind throwing Rogan under a bus right now because he threw me under one, so fuck him. What's good for the goose, good for the gander. Do unto others, bitch. So when I was at the Comedy Store this one night, there used to be these tables in the bar area where people, like the waitresses and stuff, would get the drinks. He was sitting with a couple friends and this beautiful little blonde girl, all right? And from what I remember, she was poking him in the side. I guess she wasn't getting the attention she deserved because, well, girls just like attention. So I'm there and I'm ordering a beverage, and the next thing you know, I hear screams, okay? This little girl he was with is screaming because she's on the floor. He had pushed her face into the floor, and he has her arm behind her twisted in an arm bar, okay? Twisting her arm off, and she's screaming and everything. And I'm sitting beside myself like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, I don't put up with that shit. And I felt bad for her, like, horribly. Because, like, she had to sit next to him. She's sniveling, crying and everything. And it was just a really sad sight to behold. But what do you expect from a little tough guy like him? You know? Hey, a little bitch. You know, you go and put your hands on women like that. You're a fucking bitch, Rogan. Don't fucking treat women like that. And if you do some research, you find out he also, there's a female comedian named Cynthia Levin. I was talking to some friends up at the Comedy Store, and one of my buddies actually saw him do this, where he beat up Cynthia Levin. And mind you, I've gone through some shit with Rogan. I've had to protect girls, like some waitresses and stuff from Rogan and stuff, because the guy's a fucking creep. The guy's a total douchebag misogynist. He only gives a fuck about himself. I mean, I keep thinking to myself, how many people have died because of his misinformation and toting ivermectin, which doesn't work. But I'm sure it makes his voice hoarse. But whatever, little Mr. Ed. Fuck you. You know, and plus, if you're watching the Joe Rogan Experience and you're getting your medical advice from this fucking retard, let me tell you something, okay? Joe Rogan dropped out of college because college was too hard for him. Beating up women isn't, but college, way too hard. So he became a karate instructor. So in a sense, you idiots are getting your fucking medical information from a college dropout karate instructor. He's not smart. Joe Rogan is a fucking idiot. Yeah, he's good at, you know, fighting his way to the top of the podcast world. You know, I'm not going to knock him for that. I give him, you know, I applaud him for, you know, becoming successful. But at the same time, Rogan, fuck you, pal. You're a dick. I don't appreciate what you did to me, and I don't appreciate what you do to others, and that's why I'm going to do this whole thing called Joe Rogan is a fucking asshole. And this has been part 1. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. And I want y'all to have a great-ass day. And stay awesome. And don't hurt anybody. Not cool. You know? Especially don't hurt women. Fuck you if you do. That's bullshit. Unless she's out to kill you, you have no reason. Okay? So Rogan, do yourself a favor. I don't know how your daughters feel about you being a tough guy and everything, but all I know is I saw you beat up a woman. Because you're a bitch. Well, thanks for listening. Have a great day, guys. Bye.